We have the strength now. With the help of Starfleet and the Empire, we could destroy what's left of the Tal Shiar. We would be safe. We would be free.
There are too few of us left to fight amongst ourselves. Military action should be our last option.
I don't see how talking to them will be enough. But I'm a warrior, not a politician. If my people are to find a home here, there must be a leader capable of building a new future, of looking past our differences to find harmony. You are that leader, Natan.
Since I was a child hiding in the sewers of the capital with the reunificationists, I have worked toward the day when the Romulans would once again walk beside their Vulcan brothers and sisters. Before that can happen, we need to rebuild. We need a home to replace what was lost, to see past our grief and find acceptance. We need to reconcile with the Remans and end the centuries of strife and oppression. The fate of both our peoples rests here. We either create a new home world out of the ashes, or we wither and die. Thank you for agreeing to assist us. I'm grateful that both the Federation and the Empire have temporarily put aside their differences to help create a new Romulus. This proves that unification is possible, both for my people and for yours. We're building a new home here. Romulans and Remans can't continue on like nothing has changed. Everything is different. We are a changed people. The loss of Romulus wounded us greatly. But that wound will not be fatal. There is a great deal of work to do before we can truly call this our new home. But with your help, I know Mold Rihan, or New Romulus in your language, will someday be as great as what we lost. Kylor is in charge of the staging area. He can give you more information about what we need. There's much to do, and little time. We left our first home to remain free. We lost our adopted home to treachery. May this world be the home we have sought for so long, a place where our descendants can live in peace.
Welcome to the Voyage. In this episode, I actually intend to talk about some of the changes that are going to occur when Season 7 comes out, which looks like this coming Thursday. As you can possibly see, I am actually sitting on New Romulus in the Tau Dewa sector block. One thing about this new city of New Romulus is it's actually, everything in the Tau Dewa sector block is more of a combat zone. A PvE combat zone. They've got very few social structure areas in here, and you kind of have to make them social areas. And New Romulus is the only one here. And let's go explore this island. In that time I'll actually change my armor, so. On New Romulus you have to earn the right to transport everywhere. I actually like the way they got the mapping system down in this on New Romulus. They've actually got a key, a few different areas. It actually looks like a fairly big area. I have to actually go see all of these transporters to be able to transport to them from your transporting in area, also known as the staging area. So I will actually go trek down to one of these areas, new areas, and then meet you guys up there. Alright, here we are down in the Epo Fields, I believe that is called. They have to do a little bit of work. It's in the Isha Forests, apparently, is what this entire area of New Romulus is called. Ultimately, I do like the new adventure system. The whole fact that you can't just transport around everywhere. And, just be there without any kind of research. Believe it or not, one thing that I miss about my old MMOs that I used to play all the time was the adventure aspect to the MMO games. And I'm actually excited that Star Trek Online is bringing it in. I mean, if it's your first time playing Star Trek Online, there is an adventure in itself, and I did enjoy that. But as I've played this game for over a year now, it's becoming quite stagnant, to me at least. So the fact that Season 7 is bringing in a sense of adventure, and also the big Star Trek fan in me likes the fact that they brought in Narendra 3. Yes, you can play in it. New Providence Colony. If you know the best of both worlds, New Providence Colony was where the Borg scooped it up off of the planet. That was actually pretty fun, but these are actually all more like patrol missions. And actually somewhere in here I think I have the mission. Yeah, right here. You can do it for, I think you get 50 Romulan marks. So, since we're actually here, I will work to go back towards the main entrance area and show you the fleet embassy system. Before I show you the actual fleet embassy system, I also wish to make a note. I just thought of this. I like the fact that now they actually have wildlife. As you can see, like this rabbit-looking thing, which I'm told is an EPO or EPH. I'm sorry, EPOHH is how it's spelled. I do actually enjoy the fact that they got wildlife now. I'm hoping they expand Earth a little bit and bring in some wildlife that we're familiar with if you're not in Star Trek. Alright, see you in the embassy system. For this one, it looks like they didn't change nothing for the character selection screen, but they changed the loading screen. Alright, here is the embassy. Naturally, we can't do much because we're not very high on our embassy. My fleet's actually decided to actually not have a very high priority for the tribble system this time. It does look like you can unlock a few things, as you know, naturally when you build up your embassy. There's an office here. You can sit in the chairs, which is good. Let's explore up here. To be completely honest with you, a lot of what I'm exploring on New Romulus is actually my first time right now, so we are getting some first reactions from me. I was actually on yesterday, but I didn't have time to record, so it looks like this is going to be something like a bank, where the banks and stuff go. We're not that high, so of course it's not going to show us. On a plus note, me doing all that actually takes me out on the other side of the embassy. And of course we have a bar with a meeting table. RPers might like this because you can actually have fleet meetings in areas like this. And of course we unlocked a little thing on holodeck where we can sit on like a ready room or meeting room. Here's a transporter. Let's see what options I get from the transporter. Stand on the pad. Oh, you can beam to ship. Whoop-de-doo. Apparently there's something here. Oh, that goes back to the staging area. Oh yeah, this is where I came in at, so. Let's see the shuttle bay. This is actually the first time I've seen the shuttle bay. I haven't even seen pictures of it, so this is really going to be a first reaction. Honestly, I like the shuttle bay that you used to be able to go to. Ah, it looks like you have a fleet consumable store. That's not too bad. Whoops. As for ground... Ah, and space equipment. might actually have to reduce the bloom quality to make some of this look good. And I've already got it down to 50%. Well, I'm hoping as you level up, you can unlock more here. They've got a transporter officer down here. Okay. To access a fleet starbase. They should really go, because this is actually on New Romulus in the Tau Dewa sector block. And of course your starbase is in, let's go see ops. Your starbase is actually in Eta Eridani. I haven't seen any pictures of this, and I'm gonna actually have to say, first reactions, this is nice. I like, though it doesn't look like anything can be done down here. Or at least not yet. Oh. I stand corrected. Well, nothing can be done yet. Oh, that's nice. You could do some DOF missions down here. You require a lot of, well, 1,000 dilithium to do them here. I wonder if they changed that, because I haven't done any recruitment missions in a while. I will show you actually how to get here on New Romulus. Alright, the way you actually get into your fleet embassy from the Romulus sector, New Romulus, is if you look right in there, this is where you beam in. When you come down the ramp, you actually go up these stairs and through that door, and you will be in your new embassy. Ah, look, I decided to bring Karut Lar this time. There are a few new areas, which are labeled here, which aren't clearing up. Right here is a level 1. I believe this would be like level 3 because it's third down. Oh, I'm not sure. Pathos Cave is actually what it cleared up to be. Ah, there we go. Warehouse Alpha 2, Underground Ruins. But you have to have a high level in the Romulan Reputation system. I'm still not sure how to level up in that. So I'll actually have an episode next week if I figure that out. I will show you around the Tau Dewa sector block. This is actually fairly new, but I now have the option to beam down to the embassy. When I first arrived here, it was beam to New Romulus and exit sector. Alright, here is the Tau Dewa sector block, and for the most part, you can actually enter a lot of these systems. Galorndon Core, Archer System, Narendra, which takes you to Narendra 3, Juret System, I believe I pronounced that right. This is where New Providence Colony was, that the Borg scooped up. This is also where I fought the Tholians. Akamar. Some of these on the Federation side you can't actually get to. Like I tried to go into Kittimer. It wouldn't let me. And as you play some of them, they'll actually tell you. Like when you went into Juret, it told you what the fundamental thing was in that system. Same thing with Galorndon Core and I believe Narendra, but I can't remember. Another thing that I actually do like, as we go to Galorndon Core, is as you see, it doesn't do like regular sector block. Now this will actually tell you which sector in those sector blocks it will take you to. Whoops. that's definitely a plus. I will do a quick Golden Core and show you pretty much, because a lot of them are similar. Some of these are quite bad and they just make you run around and scan stuff, but you can also contact the sub-commander, Jolon True, which is a standard Romulan greeting.
Strength, honor, and loyalty are all we have left.
Yeah, this one definitely took me a little bit. There's a thing of Geekai or Geeky or whatever they're actually called, and you have to herd them out of the system. As you do, you get attacked by Perogen. This is the Narendra system. Mostly it's a Hirogen attack. This is actually the way most of the patrol missions work. I actually didn't do the Golden Core mission because it's quite boring and sometimes the Gakis get stuck. I actually decided to get far away from the battles to show you this. They've actually added arrows to your mini-map to show you which general direction your next waypoint is. So it actually points to these circles, which is actually really nice. For if I get lost, I don't have to keep popping up the mini-map. Before, you used to actually catch me doing the mini-map like that, quickly popping it up and then bringing it down. It doesn't always work, so I wouldn't rely too much on it, but it's a nice quick snapshot of what you have to do next. Alright, here is the way you actually can get into Tau Dewa sector block. I am actually in the Cyverilum, or whatever it's called. Oh, sorry, Pi Canis block. And of course, these are all the 3 sectors in the Tau Dewa sector block. They got rid of the exploration areas. And then the Omega, naturally, a lot of the older sector blocks still have the one giant entrance area for it. I think they should work slowly to integrate them into be like this, but hey, what can I say? One other change in which I enjoy and is very great, a lot of people in the community like it. Before you had to log out to change your character, we just hit escape. You can now change character, log out, and exit. Naturally, you hit change character, and it takes you straight back to the character selection screen. Gotta love that. Alright, that was actually almost it. Have a nice day, and I end with this particular video.
Let me brief you on the situation here. We're building a new city here, at the site where my people first landed on this world more than 2,000 years ago, after the Sundering. Our Riemann friends will take the lower levels, where they can feel most at home. We'll use the staging area as a landing site for shuttlecraft and a place to coordinate construction and future shipping. Many of our records were lost with the homeworld. But what we do have indicates that there was a battle here before the colony ships left to find Romulus. The Sword of the Raptor Star, one of our most revered artifacts, could be on this planet. There's still much we need to learn about this world and its inhabitants. This creature, for example, how did it adapt to the radiation that until recently made this world unsuitable for colonization? Recent scans are showing the radiation falling into manageable levels. With modern technology and your assistance, this should be a place where the Romulan and Riemann people can thrive for generations to come. We've found ruins that date back to the Sundering, and beneath them, signs of what may be a much older civilization. Who lived here eons ago? What happened to them? We're doing what we can, but we can't do it alone. If you're here to help, I'll get you started.